Hello, beautiful souls. You're listening to the Angels and Awakening podcast. I'm your host and author, Julie Jancis. Did you know that you can listen to this show everywhere podcasts are found? It's true. Now, I have 3 free gifts just for you. First gift, I give away a new reading each week to a person who's left a 5-star positive review of this show, then submitted it to me using the contact form at theangelmedium.com/contact. I hope I'm calling your number next. Second gift, if you'd like a new daily angel message, join me on Insta at Angel Podcast. Third free gift. If you'd like to know the name of one of your guardian angels so that you can work with them even more closely, go to the homepage of my website, theangelmedium.com, and submit your contact info at the very top. I'll email you back personally with the name of one of your angels. Okay, as we begin the show, I want you to feel the presence of your angels surrounding you. And just know that the loving, positive messages you resonate with today are messages for you from your angels and loved ones on the other side. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Angels and Awakening podcast. I'm your host and author, Julie Jancis. And friends, today we have on a very special guest. Her story was recently featured in People magazine. Her name's Ruthie. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yay. And Ruth, you run a wedding business and blog. Tell everybody what you do before we jump into your angel story.
Of course. So I am a wedding day content creator. And basically, what that means is I kind of become your best friend behind the scenes on your wedding day and capture everything on my phone. So you get content within 24 hours of your wedding delivered to your email address, and you have thousands of videos to remember your wedding day with.
Amazing, amazing. So when you capture it, are you capturing it on your cell phone or like videoing or how do you do it?
Everything is video. Everything is video on my cell phone. Mostly I do take a few photos, but it's going to be about 80-20, mostly being video.
That's amazing. And you're in Orlando, so we'll have to put the information. What's your business called?
It's called Julia's Daughters, which will come interesting once we speak a little bit more about my story.
Well, that's interesting. Okay. So I read your story and spirit just like moved my heart to reach out to you and to try and like track you down because you have this touching story where your dad is diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and you can't imagine your wedding day yourself one day without him there walking you down the aisle. So you go out and tell the story.
So I go out, and what some people might think is crazy, I went ahead and I staged a photo shoot. I've been in the wedding industry for over 15 years, and I was working at a bridal salon at the time. So I decided that we were just gonna, cancer was gonna take a lot away from me, but it wasn't gonna take this moment for me and my dad. So I just staged a photo shoot, and I borrowed a wedding dress, and I contacted a friend that was a photographer, and we found a location, and we went and we did what's called a first look. So then me and my dad were able to have this moment where he saw me as a bride, and be able to have that experience. And then for me to also be able to have those photos of, one day when I do get married, even though he won't be there physically present, I'll still be able to have that memory with him.
I love this. And you know what? You're like, I don't know if this is crazy. I don't think it's crazy at all. Actually, I wish more people would do this, which is why Spirit wanted to have you on the show. Because in the article, you talked too about did you take some pictures where you could almost then crop in your groom?
We sure did. And that was actually his idea. It was towards the end of the photo shoot, and my mom was also there just because she was tagging along. And the photographer was like, let's do a few photos with your mom too, since she's here. And then my dad was like, put your hand out so that eventually you can Photoshop the groom in. So did a few shots like that as well, which were really funny. And it'll be fun to one day be able to add the groom into the photos.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, I want to get to some messages, but first, what's the Julia's daughters? What's the
So,
connection?
so my dad's name was Julio. So the business is basically named after him. He always used to joke that I was going to be the one to retire him out of the three children. I did not get to retire him, but I still get to honor him in some way. So the business is named after him.
Amazing. Okay, so first I want you to know a couple of things. Now, I gotta tell you this too. So, right, like I've loved People magazine. Like I'm a child of the 1980s and 1990s. And so it's the one magazine that I always go to for like feel good stories. And um, sometimes when I'm reading something, spirit will come through. It's the same as like if you know somebody you love had somebody else pass away, but you didn't really know that person, but
Hmm.
you start getting messages for them. It's kind of like that, which when it first started happening, I was like, oh, guys, I don't know about this. So the very first time that it happened, when like, kinda COVID was right at the beginning. There was a, I think, co-sheriff down in Florida, and
Hmm.
his he passed away, but his partner was still alive. And as soon as I read this article, there was just so many messages coming through for this gentleman. And I told his partner on the other side, listen, if you want me to bring through messages to your person, then you need to have him reach out to me. And this was like a Sunday. And so I kid you not, it wasn't even 4 hours later that I checked my email and there was a contact form that came through the website, and I remembered his name, like, it oh my god! You know, just talking to his person on the other side and telling him he had to bring it through 4 hours later, the
That's
same
crazy.
day. So then I hop on the phone with him and I'm like, "Okay, let's schedule a time, like, I'll do a free session for you." And I've never had Spirit do this before, but he was like, "I'm not going away until you do this session." And, like, I had 6 months of sessions booked out, which I don't do anymore because of my vocal disorder, but he was like, "If you don't do this session, like, right away, then I'm just staying with you." So I was like, "Okay, like, let's get this done right here, right now." So we brought all of the messages through, and it was absolutely wonderful, but I got the exact same vibe when I read your story from your dad, and he shows me a couple of different things. The first thing is you are absolutely having that family because do you see yourself having a daughter one day?
Absolutely. Actually, we're not going to start crying yet. That was one of the, so my brother. I'm the middle of an older brother and a younger sister, and my brother has two boys. But he always used to say that he wanted a daughter from me. He's like, it's not the same to have a daughter from your brother because I feel like when boys get married, they get more attached to the girl's family. So he's like, I'm waiting for a daughter from you. So absolutely.
Ready for a little getaway that completely resets your energy? We're hosting a live in person spiritual retreat called A Whole New You. It's the weekend of October 4th in Oak Brook, Illinois. This spiritual retreat is all about your own personal healing and growth, reconnecting with yourself, learning to connect with your angels. And I'm going to talk about all new angels that I've never talked about anywhere before. And you're going to leave with more personal peace, purpose, clarity, and confidence than ever before. Learn more and see the itinerary at theangelmedium.com/retreat. That's theangelmedium.com/retreat. Links are in the show notes. And friend, I cannot wait to meet you and hug you in person. Okay. So I want you to know, and when I say this, I mean it's a happy, healthy baby that's coming through. But like when I tune in and say that I see your dad on the other side, he's right there with this little baby girl, and she is beautiful and she is happy and healthy. And they're just waiting for the right way to bring her through. Now, here's what your dad wants you to know. You know how sometimes we want something 111%, like you could not want it more, but at the same time, we have fears. Like we worry, what if I never meet my person? What if that family never comes through? He goes, you have to know, like you know, like you know, like you know, like you know, that I am not going to allow anything to pass you by. So he said, I need you to know concretely within your heart that your person is here, that he is going to see you and love you and validate you. You know how when we were raised, I was raised in 80s, 90s again, but there were really more of those gender stereotypes.
Hmm.
Okay, that's not my marriage at all. Like, my husband is a complete divine feminine energy, and I have more of the divine masculine. And when I keep tuning into your partnership, there's some of that same dynamic, but I recognize that, and I knew that he was like the yin to my yang. He was just my missing piece. And he's soft and he's gentle and he's kind and he puts me on a pedestal and he loves me so much. And your dad goes, that's exactly what I'm bringing through to you. And so, um, he goes, don't look for that divine masculine. Look for that person that puts you on the pedestal. Look for that person. And God, do you get in your way sometimes and you're like, but what if I'm not attracted to him? He's like, you can't marry someone you're not attracted to. He's like, you will be so attracted to him. It's not even funny. Okay. So, he is your person. And the other way that I want to stop you from getting in your head is that you can't make it wrong. You can't miss a time, miss running into this person. You can't make it wrong. You can't mess it up in any way, shape, or form. Like when this person comes in, it's going to be right, it's going to stick. And all you have to do is be your beautiful self.
I am like the reason why I'm hysterical crying right now. It's because like that is everything that you just said is exactly what normally goes through my head. It is like, we live in this world of like dating apps and like it's so hard to meet people or whatever. And those are like the common misconceptions of like, oh, I met somebody and they're great, but like I'm not attracted to them. Like, do I just overcome that because something else? Or like, am I being too pushy or am I being too forward? And is that gonna, drive somebody away? And I try to keep tell myself that's things like the right person. I can do basically anything, and they're not going to go away. So it feels great to kind of hear that from the other side too.
Yeah. Um, and it's just the vision he needs you to hold. He needs you to hold this vision of you are with your person. You have those pictures. I want you to see that concretely. Not only do you like have the picture of you with your beautiful wedding dress, your mom and your dad next to you, but you have photoshopped him in. He is there. And I also want you to feel the energy of being pregnant, not that it's gonna come cart before the horse, which regardless, no worries, but, just because it's happening, and a lot of times we have to visualize the ending first. And so just visualize it. Your partner, you got that ring on your finger, you've got the photo, and your belly is huge, and he's got his ear to your belly, and you're talking to her. And you might have boy too. So if he comes through first, no worries. But my God, the little girl that you're going to have is you to a T. She is your personality because she's going to come through to do big things here. Your dad is working with you. He's a bridge, what I call a bridge from the other side. So even though he is on the other side, he still has work that he wants to do here. And it's not only guiding you and your family members on your journeys, but he was also very entrepreneurial himself. He had this great spirit and this great drive within him. And I can't explain the why behind it, why some of us have this and some of us don't in the same way. But there are certain things that they just wanna keep doing from the other side, and he goes, "You might not have retired me," but he goes, "I'm gonna retire you early, okay?" And he said, "You're gonna have more than enough to help the family too," because he said, "I know you like to do that a lot," and he appreciates that. Um, he and mom were still together when he passed, right? Because he's coming in through with messages for mom.
Yeah.
Um, is mom's mom still here?
No.
Okay. Know that he's with her on the other side. Um, did she pass before him?
Yes.
Because mom was very, very close to her mom,
Hmm.
like almost like sisters close. Uh, does mom still live in the same house
No, she does not.
as when dad passed?
No, she bought one after he passed away.
Did she take the bushes with the flowers? Did
I
she
I think there might be one bush that she might have taken with her. Yes.
Okay, ask her if it blooms because I see, like, her taking the bush from the old house, like, he's so glad that she has that because I think that when she looks at it, she either sees him or
Hmm.
mom from the other side, and I also feel like listen, they come through with different signs, it's not only just one sign, but I feel like she's really been seeing the birds, a lot, and that tell her to listen to the podcast. If she wants to come on and share her angel stories, I'll have you both back on. But he says that she's really open to communicating with him and that he's always there with her.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because she doesn't communicate with us necessarily as much. Like she likes to keep like a lot of her things to herself, and we always wonder like, is she talking to somebody? And I do believe that that is the person that she talks to,
Yeah.
whenever she has something that she wants to say. So it's good to know that she has that, for herself.
Yeah, 100%. And he's bringing in windfalls to her. Like, I don't say that to everybody, but I just keep seeing him bring her like this abundance of just blessing after blessing after blessing after blessing.
That's great. I'm excited because she was just sick last week and we had a little bit of a scare there, but she's on the up and up. So
Yeah, she doesn't wanna go
excited to
anywhere.
hear that.
She's here for a
No,
long time. Yeah. Oh, Ruth, thank you so much for being here. I so loved getting to
thank
meet you
you.
and having you share your story.
Absolutely. This has been amazing. Thank you so much.
Yay, and tell everybody one more time where they could find your business and you on Insta.
Of course. So you can find me on Instagram as Julia's Daughters, and that's online on every social media platform. And that's going to be Jilious Daughters.
Amazing. We'll put that in the show links below. And if anybody has any other angel stories, reach out to us. We would love to have you on the show. Our committee gets together a couple times a year. So if you don't hear back right away, don't worry. We will reach out to you and check your email because we'd love to have you on. Awesome. Thank you so much, Ruth. Have a blessed
Thank
weekend.
you. You too.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Friends, I need your help reaching as many people as possible. If you'd like to support this podcast and help us spread more hope to the world, please book a session with me, join my angel membership, or take my Angel Reiki School. What's the difference? If you'd like to know what messages your angels and loved ones have for you, you'll want to book a session with me. The angel membership is all about your own personal spiritual healing. The membership takes you on a spiritual journey that teaches you how to create your own heaven on earth. And the Angel Reiki School is for those who want to get certified in mediumship, angel messages, and energy healing all at once. These are 3 ways you can help us share a message of hope and love with more people than ever before. Register for one or all three at theangelmedium.com. That's theangelmedium.com. Now, let's pray together. As we do, I want you to pray in a way where you feel as though everything you want for yourself and the world has already come true, and you're giving thanks. Why? Because this is the best way to manifest. So let's begin. God, universe, source, thank you. We're so grateful that you've blessed this world with calm and peace for all. This calm and peace has spread like ripples, soothing the hearts of every soul. Thank you for opening our hearts to abundance, allowing each of us to live our most authentic life, and helping us to create our own heaven on earth. We thank you for the love and deep heart-to-heart connection that surrounds us every day in our relationships. We thank you for the abundance of health and aliveness we feel radiating from every cell in our and our families' bodies. Thank you for the gift of walking this life with us and guiding us every step of the way through your messages. We hear you through our own intuition, and we feel you walking right by our sides, and we overflow with gratitude. Thank you for financial abundance, an abundance of opportunities and miracles, blessings, and prosperity in every way. We know that you want us to succeed so that we can show others how you want them to succeed too. Thank you for the boundless love, kindness, empathy, and compassion that binds us all together. Thank you for the laughter, fun, moments of pure delight that fill us every day, especially today. God, universe, source, thank you for blessing us beyond measure and allowing us to use our souls, gifts, talents, skills, and abilities to serve the world. We love you. I love you. And in this we pray. Amen. Friends, we're working on some pretty major things over here. And if you wouldn't mind saying a little prayer that these things come to fruition if they're God's will, we'd so appreciate it. And please add a little prayer in for any specific thing you need right now, too. Have a beautiful, blessed day. And don't forget to submit your contact info at theangelmedium.com if you'd like me to channel the name of one of your angels for you. Sending you peace, bliss, and many blessings.